You already know what it is, and as I always say, ain't nothing new under the sun, and that's why I'm out here. But yeah, I'm gonna throw an image up on the screen, right? And I want you to really pay attention to this image and look at it. And I want you to look at the date, and I want you to look at the time. Now, this was the date of the swearing in after the last 1199 SEIU election. And I want to show you, as odd as it may sound, but for those of you that know, if you know, you know. So anyone that knows anything about gematria or numerology and understands the power of numbers and frequency will be able to actually follow what I'm going to say. That being said, I'm going to run a couple of clips. And for all of you out there that saw what happened in the last 1199 SEIU election, understand what is really going on. And then after that, we'll spin the block and talk about a dream that I had about a real movie. Yep. All right. So we're going to get straight to it, right? And I want to show you the importance and the significance of dates. Because again, remember I said that numbers hold power and they carry energy. So the date, 6 p.m., June 6th, is regarded in numerology and astrology as the 6-6 portal. It is considered a highly auspicious energy gateway for emotional healing, nurturing, manifesting love, balance, and harmony. And it is the time for setting intentions and letting go of grudges. Key significance of use as examples: manifestation portal. The date is seen as a spiritual loudspeaker where the repeating number 6 amplifies energy related to home, community, and unconditional love. Spiritual work. Many practitioners use this time for reflection, meditation, or mirror gazing to increase self-love and compassion. We'll skip over the healing and letting go. But actionable rituals. People often perform rituals to break free from old rigid patterns and recalibrate their lives. Synonyms and interpretations, as you can see there. While some may hold superstitions, concerns due to the association with the number, and just to further add to that, as you can see here, throughout history, on June 6th, these are the type of things that have happened in the past. Operation D-Day, the 1982 Lebanon War, civil rights activist James Meredith shot and wounded during the March on Mississippi. 1918 World War I, the Battle of Belleau Wood begins with significant Marine casualties, and in 1981, a passenger train disaster, just to name a few. Yeah, so do with that as you will, and I understand just how odd it could sound or appear to some individuals, because trust me, I was one of those people one day. But after seeing the things that I've seen and experienced the things that I've experienced, I get it now. But just know, you know what? I'll leave that for another day. But yeah, it's a wild world we live in, and start asking questions, but start demanding the truth and start demanding it through transparency. And when you get it, tell them you want it in writing. When you speak to these people, remember, New York State is a one-party state, so you have every right to record those conversations. And you are the one party that gives that consent. Protect yourself, because trust me, there's a lot more going on than any of us ever thought that there was or could be. And for right now, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, but I'll be touching back real soon. But like I say, especially with the last video, No Woman Protected, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Get that out to the other members so that everyone can truly see what's going on. And 1199 and SEIU overall, it is time for us to take back our union. Just like we elected them in there, we're going to get their ass up out of there, because our tax dollars fund the Taft-Hartley Act that provides the fiduciary accounts that fund these unions. These are our unions. It's time for us to get the fuck up, get active, rise like the 3%, and understand that the sons and the daughters of the apocalypse are riding. So y'all can ride with us, or you can step to the side and let us do work. But we would rather take everyone with us, because each one of us is just like each one of you out there. But yeah, that is what it is for this time. Like I always say, realize, realize, realize. And now you will truly understand what I mean when I say that we are in the diabolical den of demons, aka the Viper's Pit. But the only thing about being in the Viper's Pit is it ain't no fun when the mongooses is loose. Y'all keep your eyes to the stars, keep that head on a swivel, and y'all be safe out there, because it's definitely a dirty game. All right, now, to further illustrate my point about what I mean when it comes to the power of numbers and how they work within the confines of our third dimensional universe. All right? Core and date timeline parallels. Congressional elections. This is President Abraham Lincoln and President John F. Kennedy, right? 100-year gap between these two key events in their political careers. Congressional elections. Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. Kennedy was elected in 1946. Presidential elections. Lincoln was elected president in 1860, Kennedy 1960. Successors' birth dates. Both were succeeded by Southern vice presidents, both named Johnson, one Andrew, one Lyndon. Birth dates, 1808, 1908. Assassin birth dates. John Wilkes Booth, 1839, Lee Harvey Oswald, 1939. Let's see. Specific circumstances of assassination. The day both presidents were shot on a Friday while their wives were sitting next to them. Injury, both were taken out with shots to the head. The Ford connection. Lincoln was assassinated in Ford's Theater, and Kennedy was assassinated in a Lincoln, which is manufactured by Ford. The theater warehouse swap. Common observation is Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and was later cornered in a warehouse or tobacco barn. Oswald shot Kennedy from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. And both assassins were both assassinated. Structural and personal overlaps. Again, back to the numbers. Name length, birth surnames. Lincoln and Kennedy contained 7 letters. Civil rights. Both presidents were heavily focused on civil rights issues during their terms. White House tragedy. Both wives lost a child while residing in the White House. But just a little bit more context on the actual power of numbers.